Hello, folks. We're back to another Let's Talk. Today we're talking about Blood Bowl, and we got the new season 3 and a team I was not expecting to see, and one I was expecting to see eventually. What am I talking about here? Well, yesterday or Monday, depending on when this video comes out, we have the new season of Blood Bowl, season 3. Now, this does have the same rules, but it's a brand new version basically. It's the same game, but just updated rules. Now, we have now two new teams. Well, I would say two new. One is new, the other one is returning. Who are they? The Bretonnians and the Khemri. Now, we all knew the Khemri was going to appear at some point, but it was a question of when. And as for the Bretonnians, now this is interesting because remember, the Imperial nobility was supposed to be the Bretonnians, but now they're back in their own format. Now, I know a lot of Bretonnian players will be happy because now they're going to have models and they're going to be back on the field. But we also have the Khemri. So this is interesting. So this is the new box, the third season edition. So basically, it's like the second season, but this is the third season with new rules. So this brings up another question I think all you may be asking. Will this mean we're going to get a Blood Bowl 3? Sorry, Blood Bowl 4. I'm going to be honest, probably not. I think what we're going to get is we'll probably just get what we've been doing, updating the rules and bringing in the teams, because remember, all the teams have not appeared in the Blood Bowl game at the moment. So we do have Bretonnians who are new to the tabletop. You only got them in NAF and all that, but this is their official debut. So they're called the Dauntless Knights. So as you can see here, we have the Tomb Guard, we have the Thro-Ra, Skellies, that looks like a Blitz-Ra. Looks like they're the peasants. So we do have some interesting things. So let's have a look at this. Oh, they have throwers now? Now this could get interesting. So let's move on to the next one. Yep. But looks like we got a runner. Looks like he's a blitzer. It looks like they're just normal peasants. Like squires. Because they don't look like, disheveled like peasants. They look more like, like squires. So let's have a look. The plastic contains the usual regular rules, sky templates, the usual spiel. And some new stats that make inducements who are prone to stun, blitzing, so forth. So now you don't want to lay on your longevity painting players. Okay. Okay, that's really interesting. So there's some new rules that are coming, which it makes sense, guys, because this is Blood Bowl's third edition, basically. But it's not, I would call, a total, overhaul. I would say this is more along the lines of, it's a brand new version with updated rules. That's all it is. It's just a new version of updated rules. But I do believe there have been some changes to each of the teams from where it's reading, so this could get interesting. So, so that's all the stuff for the Bretonnians, but I would like to see the Tomb Kings. The Bretonnian team is a classic high-risk, high-reward team with power abilities, 2 Grail Knights. Oh, so we do have Grail Knights in this, along with hard-hitting blitzers with a new skill. If they are ever about to be knocked down, Steady Footing is the new skill that keeps them afoot and standing on a roll of a 6. Right. But does that leave the question here, guys? Does that mean if you get hit, but you don't go down, but will you still take damage? It's interesting. I'll have to look up. They're backed up by 2 knight throwers. So they got throwers. Catchers. Pass and catch. With another steal. There's no big guy, so that's interesting. But Dauntless takes care of that. Finally, the Squires. I was right. The Squires bring Resso. Right, so this is a team that's saying, right, we're anti-dwarf. If you're gonna use your block skill, we are going to nullify it. So it's kind of an anti-dwarf line. So anyone with blocks is gonna have a hell of a job with these guys. You're gonna have to flat out knock their block off. So let's look at the Khemri. So these are the Tomb Guardians. I'm assuming he's a Blitz-Ra. assuming he's just a normal skelly. He's a thrower. They do look nice, the models, I do have to admit. So, let's have a look at the Tomb Kings. Reliable Bashy team up to Strength 5 Tomb Guardians with Brawler. Well, that's interesting. So they've got Brawler as a starting skill. They never had Brawler. All they had was Mighty Blow. Backed up by 2 Blitzers, 2 Throw-Raws, and a double skill line. The big guy. Wait, there's a big guy? Oh, the big guys. That's the Tomb Guardians. Duh. But Decay will still get them in the end. All those agents can retain their thick skull. Alright. They still have low agility. No surprise there. But this is a minor downside to less of an issue these days with Secure Ball. So they've got Secure Ball. Interesting. So, as you can see here, guys, speaking of the rules, there's been loving review, okay, for the third season. Fair enough. Now, as I see here, guys, the core game is the same. The pitch and magically grown new squares. Sorry that a quick little editing here, guys. I had a bit of a phone call in the middle. That's my apologies. So basically what it's saying is there's no new stats, no rule. It's just basically, as I said, it's just an updated version of the rules with more clarification with the 2 new teams. So it's also telling you about how you play the game as well. So it's pretty much like an updated version of the rules. So we've got status markers telling you prone, blitz, rooted. So that's kind of cool. And that poor guy's about to get smacked in the face. And there's also unique abilities like Monstrous Mouth, Chomp, Dodgy Snack. So there are a few tricks that added in. We've also got the 2 Spike magazines. So what do I think about this whole new third season of Blood Bowl and the 2 new teams? Great. That means that Blood Bowl 3 is going to get these guys eventually with the new rules, which they said they'll follow the rules as best they can. So I am intrigued to see how this goes. What do you think? Are you looking forward to this new season? And if you are, what team would you pick? Anyhow, I'll catch you later.